We have with us our last speaker of the day, and to talk about Mr. Anil Fernandez. He has a rich experience in the industry, spreading to 27 years. Sir started his career as a medical rep and grown to the level of director. Sir also was there in PMT team, worked in product management in Nicholas Piramal, grew as a marketing manager. So, Sir was a BU head in Abbott. Currently, Sir is Chief Business Officer in Integris. So, sir, I'm sure viewers have a lot of learning from today, and definitely you will also give a lot of insights from today's topic. So, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vinod, for that very nice round of introduction. So, good morning, friends and viewers. On behalf of all of us, wish you happy festivities and happy Ganesh Chaturthi. We really need blessings to these times, and I'm sure these blessings will give us hope, health, and harmony. I would like to thank LPC. I think it's a fantastic initiative what you have undertaken, and it's very nice to see the viewership, which is very consistent Sunday after Sunday. And I think you have done a phenomenal job, LPC, to fuel the appetite to share, learn, and grow. So big thank you to all of you for taking this initiative. Now coming to the topic of today, and my mind goes back to 2015 when Bill Gates made a very pertinent quote. Please note what Bill Gates said at that time. He said, the greatest threat to humanity is not going to be a nuclear holocaust, but a virus. And today, his words are prophetic. And 5 months into the situation that we are, I'm reminded of another quote of a famous leader called Lenin in the early 1900s of Russia. So what Lenin said was that, for decades, nothing seemed to be happening. And then all of a sudden, in a week, decades seem to be happening. Now, these words are really echoing in the discussions that we are having, and it is echoing in the very functioning of what we do in our day-to-day work. So friends, let us go back to the situation when the lockdown started at that particular point in time. And what happened? The clinics were closed. Typically, pharma got into an overdrive. And we started bombarding doctors with barrage of messages, thinking that at least we'll be able to stay afloat and alive in the mind of the doctor. But the customer doesn't see it this way. The customer was simply overwhelmed. And then there was a backlash from medical associations with folded hands urging the pharma industry to refrain from commercial jingoism. They said, you please empathize with us. And then pharma gradually changed and adopted its style. So some companies were very successful. Some are still trying to create that success pathway. And some are not so successful. So there are a lot of learnings in what we are trying to do. I think one thing that ignited like wildfire and which worked initially, which resonated well to the medical profession, is the entire concept of webinars. So there was this agency called Brand Innerworld, which did a research with the doctors during the COVID time to understand what their needs were. And one observation which came out, which should actually not be a surprise to all of us, is that 30% of the doctors had either stopped meeting MRs pre-COVID, or they were actively considering to not allow or restrict MR visits even before COVID times. Now, I'm sure in our heart of hearts, this will not come as a surprise to all of us. And what were the reasons they gave? They simply felt that the value addition was not happening. Beyond what I already know and the kind of knowledge base that is required given the complexity in which I manage my patient milieu today, I'm not getting that kind of a knowledge or content from the industry. So it is better that I make use of my own resources and get myself updated. Now, the COVID time has actually only accelerated that thought which was going on in the doctor's mind. So this is not something new. This problem is not a creation of COVID, but COVID has only accelerated that problem at this point in time. So as we went on learning and evolving, I think the different pharma companies tried to create meaningful platforms to engage customers. We realized that the only way to stay in connect with the customer is to resonate with what the customers need in terms of clinical empowerment for better management of patients. And companies that took this lead and took concrete steps to empower the doctors through meaningful content beyond the narrow confines of their products and therapies are the ones today which are getting that connect with the doctors. Today, doctors have started practice. You know, Amit mentioned that 60% of patients are already back in the clinics and almost 100% of the doctors have started their practice. But this research from Brand InnoWorld again tells us that only 22% of doctors have opened their doors for MR visits. The reasons given is they want to play it safe. They don't want to take the risk given the fact that they are managing patients. They have to take care of their staff, the needs of their hospitals, hygiene and safety. So they are not very comfortable with MRs meeting them. And we have only 22% of doctors today who have opened their doors. And almost 71% of doctors said that either they will not meet MRs or they will restrict the time for meeting MRs. And what do we observe today? You know, when these 22% of doctors are meeting reps, the entire doctor-rep interface has turned 360 degrees. The rep doesn't even get a chance to open his visual aid. All that he has to do is maybe stand outside, assuming the doctor doesn't allow him in most of the cases. He just reminds that, sir, I have these brands for you, they are available. At best, he may hand over a PPE kit. Doctors even don't want leave behind literatures. The previous speaker said that even samples are passé. So this is the kind of interaction that we are having. And the challenge for us now is to reconnect back to the doctor, is to resonate with what appeals to the doctor in these times, deliver value, and make sure that as a company and as a brand, we really stand out in the minds of the doctors. Now, friends, this is a rather unidimensional way of looking at things, the problems. And all my previous speakers also have talked about opportunities. I would like to highlight a few opportunities. If you look at the IQVIA data in terms of value, yes, the market had degrown significantly in April and May. Prescriptions have tanked overall. But if you look at the sales, IQVIA sales, in June and July, the industry is back on the growth path. Maybe not the typical double-digit growths that we were experiencing before, but single-digit growths. But happy news is that we don't have to look as a gloomy industry. We are coming into a revival path. Maybe our recovery will be faster if pharma companies engage their customers better and smarter. It's up to us to find that magic sauce which will engage our customers, deliver value, and hasten this recovery at a time when the market is recovering. Good news is that 89% of the doctors are open to scientific engagements. And 60% of them said that they will continue to access the engagement platforms of pharma companies. 65% of these doctors said they will spend at least 30 minutes to 2 hours on a daily basis on digital engagement platforms. And 11% of the doctors said they would like to be digitally savvy and technologically advanced, which they expect industry to help them out with. So friends, these are some of the opportunities within the challenges. And it is for the industry collectively to work together with medical bodies and associations to see how we can bring in a synergistic partnership and grow the industry and progress it further, even through these testing times. So what I'll do is I'll stop here, and maybe the later part in terms of how to move ahead, we will take it with the later questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much for sharing your insights. I'm sure these will be very valuable for our YouTube and Facebook listeners. Just to sum up, sir, you said this 30% of the doctors before the COVID came, they were looking for a meaningful content which was missing. and even after COVID just accelerated the situation. And very rightly, sir, as you said, the content where the doctors are giving just 30 seconds and even less than that to our medical representative the time, because they are not getting those meaningful content. And you also gave the insights today. Even though the pharma industry is meeting the doctors, only 22% are really meeting the doctors, are meeting the executives, and they are not giving much time. And also, sir, you rightly said that doctors are looking forward for scientific information. 89% of the doctors want scientific information, and they are now finding this meaningful platform digital, where they are ready to engage on digital platform where there is a something meaningful content. So thank you once again for sharing your insights.